and welcome to Knitting with Luba. In this tutorial I would like to show you how to make this beautiful edging to your 1x1 rib. If you have a look at the close-up here, you will see that this is the edge that I'm talking about here. It's a very popular technique used in Eastern European knitting, but I haven't seen any tutorials for this done in English, so I thought I'd make one myself. I make this edging on almost all of the knitted garments that I make, whether top down or bottom up, and I find it prevents the neckline from stretching out and gives the neck edge a bit more structure to make it much more durable and comfortable to wear. So if you would like to learn how to knit this, please stay with me and I will show you how to do that. So to make the finishing edge, the first thing we need to do is to knit the neckline to the depth desired. So here I have 10 rows of 1x1 rib, and I'm ready to start the finishing edge of the neckline. If you would like to see a video about how to make this beautiful stretchy edge using a provisional cast on, please see my previous videos. So now that I've knitted the neck to the desired depth, I'm ready to start the finishing edge. So the first thing we need to do is to change our needles. I've knitted this neckline with 3.5mm needles. For the next step, the first thing we need to do is change to smaller needles. I'm going to be using 2.75mm. So here I've changed to 2.75mm needles. And the first thing to do is to place a beginning of round marker, if you haven't got one already. What we're going to be doing is doubling the number of stitches. So what we do is we knit the first stitch, yarn over, knit the next stitch, yarn over, knit the next stitch. So it doesn't matter whether the next stitch is a knit or a purl stitch, we're just going to be doing yarn overs and knit one all across. So I'm going to do that all the way around to the end and get back to you then. So here I've knit one, yarn over, knit one, yarn over all the way around to the end. And my last stitch is a knit stitch. So you can see the last stitch is a knit stitch and the first stitch is also a knit stitch. So what we need to do is we need to add a yarn over right at the end. So yarn over, place marker. So we're here at the beginning of the round again. What we do here is every knit stitch we're going to slip without knitting, and every yarn over we're going to purl. And we're going to do that all the way to the end of the round. So slip one, purl the yarn over, slip one, purl the yarn over. We're going to repeat this all the way to the end of the round. So I've slipped the knit stitch and purled the yarn over all the way around, and I just stopped at the last yarn over because I wanted to show you something. Notice how when I purl the yarn overs, there are no gaps. There are no gaps left, no big gaps in the knitting here. This happens because I purl it with the leg facing me, using the leg facing me. So I purl it like this, have a look. Like that. And notice it doesn't leave a hole. If I was to purl the other leg, look at the big hole this leaves. So if you are doing this row and you've got big holes at all the yarn overs, that means you're purling the wrong leg of the stitch. Try purling the other leg or the other side of the stitch. See, this is the leg facing me. Let me just show you. And this is the back leg. Depending on which knitting style you're using, would depend which leg you need to purl. You need to purl the leg that twists the stitch, closing the hole. So if you've got little gaps at every yarn over, you're purling using the wrong side of the stitch. you're going to need to do that again using the other leg of the stitch. So let me just slip the last one and purl. I knit continental style. So I purl the leg facing me. If you knit using the English style, you might need to purl the other leg of the stitch. Try it out and see which side doesn't leave any big gaps in the knitting. So here I've done the whole row. I've slipped the knit stitch and purled the yarn over. Now it's time for the next round. In the next round, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to knit the stitch that we slipped. So we knit the knit stitch and we will slip the purl stitch with the yarn in front. So I'll put the yarn in front of the work, slip the purl stitch with yarn in front, and then knit the next stitch. And repeat, slip the purl stitch with the yarn in front, knit the knit stitch, slip the stitch with the purl stitch with the yarn in front, see the yarn's in front of the work, and then knit the next stitch. And I'm going to do this all the way around and come back. So here I am at the end of the row. I've slipped one and knit one all the way across. The next round we're going to slip marker, and the stitch, the knit stitch, we will slip with yarn behind and then purl the next stitch. So slip one with the yarn behind work, the yarn is behind this time, and then purl the next stitch as normal. Slip one with yarn behind, purl the next stitch. And we will do this all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. So here I am at the end of the round, and now we're going to do the opposite one last time. In this round, we're going to knit the knit stitch and slip the purl stitch with the yarn in front. Knit the knit stitch and slip the purl stitch with the yarn in front. So we're going to do this all the way around. Knit the next stitch, slip the purl stitch with yarn in front of the work. We will do this all the way around to the end, and I'll see you at the end. I've gone all the way to the end of the round. This is what it looks like so far. Now is the last round to finish the neck edge. In this round, we're going to purl two together all the way around. Remember how at the start we doubled the number of stitches we have on the needles? In this round, we will purl two together all the way around to get back to our original stitch count. So let me do a few with you. Slip marker, purl the next two stitches together, and then purl the next two stitches together. And keep going all the way around the row. So here I've done 3 together. If you don't like the look of this purl ridge at the edge, you could knit 2 together if you prefer that look. I'm going to purl 2 all the way around, purl 2 together all the way around, and show you what it looks like in the end. So here we have the finished edge of our knitting. You can see it's got this beautiful purl ridge going all the way around. If you don't like the look of this ridge here, you could just knit 2 together instead of purl 2 together at the end. I like the way that it looks, so this is my preferred method of knitting the edge. This type of neck edge will stop the neckline from stretching out with wear, and it gives it a little bit more structure, and I think it looks quite professional and quite nice. This is what it looks like on the wrong side of the knitting. And this is what it looks like on the right side. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.